What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. This is season 15, episode number 2, and it's titled Drama Said Knock You Out. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode. Alright, you guys, so this episode, it opens up. So, Tahiri and Vado, they are still in a bad situation from the night before. Tahiri is still upset about the fact of Vado calling her thirsty, which, I mean, I understand that. You know, he called her thirsty and everybody saw that. So that is embarrassing to her. And then, you know, with Vado, I don't really understand him completely because he's talking about he wants her to be the Tahiri from Harlem, but she's like, that Tahiri is 20-year-old me. Like, I've grown, I've elevated, and I've matured since that. So that's my question. Like, so you don't want her to be thirsty, but you want her to still be living like she's in her 20s. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So then we see Willie and Shonda, and for the life of me, again, you guys, I still don't understand Willie and Shonda, because Shonda said in bed that Willie cheated on her not long after they got married, and I'm just like, well, what was the purpose in asking her to marry you and then marrying her and then cheating on her after you got married? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever to me personally. Like, it just defeats the purpose. And my thing with Willie and Shonda is, why don't y'all just be in an open marriage or open relationship? Because both of you cheat on each other, and again, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, so I'm confused. So then we do see Tahiri. So Tahiri is in the kitchen and she's talking to Phaedra. And she's talking about Phaedra and Medina's relationship, and, you know, when is she going to test the waters out with Medina? Now, I mean, I know Phaedra's had sex since she got a divorce from Apollo. You cannot tell me otherwise. Because like I said last week, she was with Tom Capone. So I know that, and they were together. That's the problem I have with Phaedra. Phaedra was with Tom Capone before she went on Marriage Bootcamp with Medina. And so I know Phaedra was doing some stuff. I don't know if Phaedra's still trying to do like what she did on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You guys remember her first season when she kept lying about her due date. Talking about that baby was coming up out of her and she was supposedly 5 months pregnant. Like, Phaedra, girl, we know you have sex because you got 2 kids. I just feel like we getting Real Housewives of Atlanta Phaedra that, you know, is all about smoking mirrors, fake shit, bullshit, all kind of shit. Now, like I said, I do understand her when she says that, you know, she just wants to be sure that this is what she wants. I get that. I understand that. Nothing's wrong with that. But I'm actually with Tahiri. Like, girl, you might want to test it out first because, like, y'all going through all this stuff, and if you come down and have sex with him, and the first time you have sex with him, you're like, oh, this ain't what I want, and then you have to break up with him. I mean, I hope you wouldn't do that, but, like, it's just something off about Phaedra to me. I gotta keep it 100% real with you guys. It just feels like we're getting the smoke and mirrors Phaedra that we got from Real Housewives of Atlanta. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So next, Dr. Ish comes down to the kitchen where, you know, all the couples are. So what he did is he split the couples up. So the guys were in one room and the ladies were in another room. So what they're doing is each couple is going to, you know, pick something in their relationship that they resent about their partner, and they're going to write it down. Now, you know, now with the guys, most of them were talking about their ladies' attitudes, and at least 2 of them I can say your lady has an attitude for a very good reason. Willie and Corrupt. Like, y'all ladies are not mad for no, it's not like they mad for no fucking reason. Like, Willie, you cheat on Shonda. Now, granted, Shonda cheats on you too, but you cheat on her. Corrupt, you got a drinking problem, so Tony is mad about that. And then when Tony said that people have come into their house and stole from them and there's no repercussions about that, I'm like, whoa. I was with Frazier, like, that's not a friend. You don't come into my crib and steal some shit and think we gonna still be friends, cool, or anything like that. Like, that's not how life works. That's not how I work. Like, that ain't how nothing works in this world. You do not come into my place and steal some shit from me. Fuck out of here. Y'all, Birdie E, Toucan Sam, Miss Fowl, Hazel E, she is just delusional. I mean, God, girl is delusional as hell. Like the delusions of grandeur. Jesus Christ. Like, Jesus Christ. Delusions of grandeur. If you look up the word delusions of grandeur, and if you look that up, if you research that, you would find Hazel E's picture looking back at you, because it's just delusions of grandeur with her. So the exercise for today is the rap battle for the couples. That's why I'm saying delusions of grandeur when it comes to Hazel E, because Hazel E's, I'm stop calling her Hazel E. Birdie E, Toucan Sam, and Miss Fowl, she believes that she is this talented rapper. Has anybody out there ever bought any of her music? Because I know she's put something out. But has anybody really 100% went out and bought a Birdie E, Toucan Sam, Miss Fowl record? Leave it in the comment section if you've ever bought one. So, Tahira and Vado went first. Tahira did really well, compared to what I thought she would do. Now, I will say, though, in their interview, Vado got upset with her when she said, he's the brokest guy that she's been with. And he said, I got money in the bank account. I don't think she was saying that you're broke in the sense that you don't have money. I think what Tahira was saying is you broke in the sense that you don't have the money of the other niggas that she's been with in the past. But, whatever. You guys, again, with Hazel in his body and this onesie leotard thing she got on, did somebody not tell her that her body just looks like a box? And I'm not here to judge anybody's body, but God, all that surgery she's had. And then the fact that in her rap, she said that she wants a prenup. And I'm just sitting there like, a prenup? For what? Prenup for what? What do you have? Now, a prenup is to protect yourself. She was talking about her Maserati. Does she actually have a Maserati? You guys, let me know. Actually, don't let me know, because I really don't give a fuck. So then we see Willie and Shonda, they go up. With Willie and Shonda, once again, you guys, I just cannot with those two, because their relationship is just, it's strange to me. Again, why not just be in an open marriage with each other? Do like Will and Jada, or Monique and her husband Sydney. Just have an open fucking relationship. Now, Tony and Corrupt's rap sucked, but Tony went hard. I was like, oh, Tony, you better get it. So then, after the battle, all the couples they're all sitting outside. Now, mind you, Bottle went inside. He went to sleep. So Tahiri had on, I don't know what she had on, but whatever she had on, she just unzipped she unzipped herself. And Hazel was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. I see why Bottle say you thirsty, because all our men's around here, and you showing your titties." And Tahira's like, "Girl, I have a bralette on. What you tripping about?" Because they were supposed to get in the pool, so they were talking about putting their bathing suits on. So I didn't really understand why Hazel was doing what she was doing. The only thing that I could come up with Hazel doing that is that Hazel is just insecure about her little homie over there on the side of her looking. But if that's the issue that you got, that's on you, not Tahiri. So Hazel decided that she wanted to go tell Vado, and I'm like, are you serious, Hazel? Why would you do that? That was low-key messy. Like, and she wondered why people don't like her ass. Because of shit like that. Let's move on, you guys. Alright, you guys, so the next activity is, so they have this big wall. It's kind of like a chalkboard of sorts. So on it, actually it was a chalkboard, I believe. So on it, it had, so like I said earlier, the couples wrote down the things that they resent about their partner. So on this board was everything that they said. So the objective of this is to beat, since they wrote down their resentment, they've rapped out their resentment, so now they're gonna beat out that resentment. So, each couple goes up and they take turns hitting it. So, first up was Tahiri and Vado, because Tahiri didn't really see the whole point of doing this. I did, however. Sometimes when you get frustrated with shit, sometimes it's just easy just to let that anger and aggression out on an inanimate object instead of an actual human being. So I understood that. I understood the point of the exercise. So they went, then Willie and Sean. I'm not going in any particular order, but they went. Willie and Shonda went. Phaedra went. Phaedra Medina went. Who else? Hazel and Devon went. Tony and Corrupt went. Now, Corrupt, when it comes down to Corrupt, I think that Corrupt has a lot more issues than what Marriage Boot Camp can help him with. Corrupt has a alcohol addiction problem. And I think that, because even Tony said it, I think she might have said it earlier in the episode, that Corrupt was, sober for, 2 or 3 months because she took him to rehab, but he just relapsed. And that's sad. That is really sad when a person relapses. And I know that being in this environment where the producers are providing you with alcohol, it makes it a lot difficult. It makes it completely difficult for them. So I do feel bad in that respect for Tony and Corrupt. And when you look at Tony, you very rarely see the woman smile. But when she was with the girls, she was smiling. I'm like, wow, she does smile. I think Tony is just fed up and tired of Corrupt's bullshit, and more so his drinking. But you've been putting up with it. Like I said, I want to feel bad for Tony, but on the other hand, I really can't feel bad for her because you've been sitting there dealing with the shit and putting up with the shit. You say that he's different when he's Ricardo, but how so? If that's what you want to say, I'm gonna let Tony have that. Um, but yeah, I feel like Corrupt needs more than marriage because I think he needs a stint in rehab. So they have the couple with gloves on with the hammers. Corrupt takes his glove off, and Dr. Isham was like, and the producers had to come out and they're like, bruh, don't do that. But he still threw it. So once they finish with that activity, Dr. Ish takes them around the other side of, the wall. And on the other side of the wall, yes, they were banging out their frustrations, but at the same time, they were beating holes into their relationship. Quite a few of them, they were beating holes into the chest where the heart is, the mouth, and Corrupt. The funny thing about Corrupt was when he threw the hammer through the wall at his biggest frustration, it went right through his mouth, which is coincidentally the biggest issue in their relationship, him drinking. And then after that, Dr. Ish did have a conversation with him, and Dr. Ish told Corrupt, like, when it comes down to the drinking, my brother, you gotta slow down on it. He said, how about we do this? You know, it's okay to drink beer, but let's cut out the brown liquor. How about that? And he was like, cool. And I guess that would work. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know much about alcohol or drug addictions. My mom was a substance abuse counselor, but I don't know anything about that life. So I would, do you actually wean someone off cold turkey, or do you say, hey, let's cut one thing out, and then let's gradually? I guess that would work. Let's cut out the dark liquor. You can still drink this, but we're gonna wean you off of that as well at the same time. So I guess that would work. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, and then let's close the episode out. So Tahiri and Vado, they got into it over what Hazel said, and I'm like, I guess I can understand how Vado felt. It was Hazel coming at him saying that she was, because the way Hazel was saying it, she was like, it was like Tahiri was undressing herself in front of everybody with the guys around. So I can understand him wanting to know, like, dang, man, so you out there pulling your clothes off in front of all the other dudes, which was not the case. She just literally unzipped the thing. She had her bralette on. Yes, it's lacy, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Because what if she had a bathing suit on? Would this be the same discussion? And I do think that Hazel was mad fucking corny, and I think that Vato's a little bit corny for coming at Tahiri the way he's coming at her. So, when it comes down to Hazel, I just feel like she wants somebody that she can control, and that is 100% Devon. So, Dr. Ish is talking to the couples, and Judge Tola comes out and talks to them. She addresses Hazel, and like I just said with Hazel, I feel like what Hazel is doing is it's kind of like, yes, Devon is 15 years younger than her, and I think that she wants him to be where she is, and I don't even know where the hell that is. Then she addressed Willie and Shonda, and Willie started crying, and I'm like, wow, it took for this woman to tell you that your daughter is gonna attract a man just like you. Like, I don't know how Willie didn't see that. Like, nigga, your daughter looks. I'm pretty sure, and then I think they just had another daughter. Like, your girls are gonna look up to you, and they gonna see the way that you treat their mom, and they gonna think that that is the right thing. That is how a man is supposed to treat a woman, which is not how a man is supposed to treat a woman. She addressed Phaedra and Medina. I forgot what she said about those two. Now with Tony and Corrupt, she talked about them. They're like a broken. They're like a broken. They're like a puzzle piece. They can't really fit together because it's actually it's like something that's broken. You can't really quite fix the cracks. It's just a lot of with Tony and Corrupt. There's just a lot of issues on that with those two, and you know Tony. I feel like Tony doesn't want to own up to the fact that she does have some issues in a relationship because Corrupt was like, her issue is her anger. She's like, I'm not angry, and I'm like, yes, you are. Look at your face. Your face screams angry. Like, your face is literally screaming angry, but the reason that she's angry is because of the shit that he's doing, his drinking. So it's a cause and effect. It's a ripple effect, basically. She addressed Tahiri and Vado. I forgot what she said to those two. I think what it was with Vado and Tahiri is the fact that he wants her to open up to him the way that she's done with her past relationships. Um, Yeah, I think that's what it is. I forgot what she said to them. And then let's just wrap it up. Tahiri and Hazel once again got into it about her and this damn bralette. And at the end of the day, it really is what I said. Because even Willie said it in his interview with the producers that he feels like Hazel is just, that's her insecurity. Which it 100% is her insecurity. But they ended that situation, and then some of them had a good time with each other, and Corrupt was down there with them drinking, and then Tony came down and she's like, you need to get something to eat and go to bed. And I'm like, well, damn, it's like that, huh? But you guys, that was Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Also, share this video, and until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys